You're joined here today with Hofstra head field hockey coach Courtney Veinotte. Coach, give us your thoughts following today's game against Monmouth.
Yeah, I mean, incredible, solid game of hockey. I think very transitional. Defensively, we had them on their heels, our press. They were struggling to break their press and our press, and they were reverting to a very big ball style of field hockey. And that's something that we do a good job of being in intercept mode and then playing that attack transition. At the end of the day, we out-circle entered them. We had more attacking opportunities than them. And we just didn't capitalize. And I think you saw the energy shift and the urgency shift in that last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter and kind of the dominance that kind of took over there. But ultimately, we didn't get one to tie it, and it's a tough one.
Questions?
Coach, talk about your defensive press. You saw a lot of Lika playing more defensively minded. Then she moved up more towards the later stages of the game. How did you think her defensive game was today?
Yeah, I mean, their center forward is a big piece of their success right now, and she had a significant amount of goals on the season. She's a big part of their penalty corners, and one thing that we scouted with Monmouth, they're very good in attack transition. So in our press, we kind of pulled her back to be more of an intercept mode and have a free player with those three forwards. So what that does is in our press, she ends up with the ball in her hands a lot. But in our outlet, we still want her pushing up and being kind of on the attacking side of the ball because she's a fantastic shooter. So, she's playing both sides of that ball pretty intentionally, but a huge piece of our defensive composure and a huge piece of coming up with that kind of transitional play to put us on the attack side.
Feta Schroeder scored her first career goal against Towson last game, and it seemed like she was relied on heavily in this game and has made huge impacts this game. Obviously, from a third-person perspective, how have you seen her, or have you seen her mindset kind of change on how she looks at the game after, essentially breaking the ice?
Yeah, no, she has been getting better and more consistent and kind of confident with every opportunity she has. And what you're seeing is she's understanding where can she utilize her speed because she's incredibly fast, and when can she slow down and just make basic connections. And when you see kind of the level of understanding come together, you see great field hockey, right? We like to play fast as a team on the transitional side and on the kind of settled side of hockey, but she is very, very explosive and can kind of bring a really impactful piece to our attack. And she's shooting.
A loss like this against a team that's making the first time you played them in CAA play, what is learned from something like this where you really did outplay them for a good amount of the game?
Yeah, it's exactly what we just chatted about post-game. As a coach, I am incredibly proud that we have the capability. It's not like we're not getting the opportunities. It's finalizing the last pieces to get those at net, and man, did we have a couple at the end there that were just sitters, it felt like. As a coach, I am just so impressed with the ability of connection with how young this group is and how they're learning each other. That piece is really, really neat. And I just said to them, it's not a lack of opportunity. If it's a lack of opportunity, it'd be something I'm worried about. Right now, we just need to find that last clicking piece around the net, and we're so close. So really impressed there. But other than that, it's just the final pieces coming together.
So you talk about the chances. You had probably one of the best angles on Cammie's attempt that just went wide. Did you see anything that maybe she would have seen that kind of caused her to maybe grip her stick a little bit too tight, or is it just a case of goal too open?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's also the urgency feel in there of needing to get it done sometimes put a rush on maybe some of your skill set choices. So I think it's just getting them settled and yeah, I think it was a great release. I think ultimately she had the right side of the net because the goalkeeper had dropped, and just unfortunate, 2 inches means a lot in this sport, unfortunately, with that small ball.
And up next, you are facing William and Mary. On Sunday, you are now pretty much in full conference swing here.
Yes.
And conference play has been close, been very highly competitive, and you guys have been up to the task, and this has been an exceptional season. So what do you think you have learned that you could take into the next game against William and Mary, and then of course Delaware and Drexel?
Yeah, it's we're going one game at a time, and so today was our only focus. I said the minute we walk off this turf, we're now looking at William and Mary. We're working on our bodies. They're in recovery mode. They're thinking William and Mary. They're showing up tomorrow with William and Mary on the brain. So we need to recover quick and rebound quickly mentally. The conference is anybody's ball game this year. The scores are incredibly tight. I think that first weekend, so many went into overtime and shootouts. So it's an incredibly tight conference. And in Hofstra, it's been really like we've closed the gap. And this season has been incredible to watch our growth. It's still early with conference. It's not out of the picture of making this tournament. It's really still anybody's ball game, and it's just one game at a time kind of thought process here.
No more questions. That concludes today's post-game press conference. Coach, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, guys.